Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to review an article that I found on the Washington Examiner talking about the scammy, illegal, mafia-like behavior that these gig app companies are participating in. DoorDash, Grubhub, and UBEREATS, and probably all of them, really, to be honest with you. Instacart, and what's the other one? I can't remember the name of the other one. Anyway, let's take a look at it, guys. It says, bearing in mind that the Federal Trade Commission's #1 strategic goal is to protect the public from unfair or deceptive acts or practices in the marketplace, the FTC should investigate the business practices of major food delivery apps such as DoorDash, Grubhub, and Uber Eats. The problem with these food delivery companies is that of recourse when an order goes wrong. The offer of goods is presented, an order is made, then accepted, then delivered. Sometimes everything is fine. The food order arrives on time, at the right temperature, and of acceptable quality. But other times the food arrives late or at the wrong address with wrong, missing, or poor quality items. The question then becomes whether the customer will be provided adequate compensation. Sometimes DoorDash, Grubhub, and Uber Eats do so, but often they offer inadequate compensation relative to the price point of the item in question. DoorDash appears to apply this same standard to its restaurant partners, refusing to provide due compensation, even when the company admits that it is wrong. See, this is what happens when you give a company too much power. This is what happens when you give an entity, a system, too much power. They can abuse you at will. And there's not much you can do about it. Because who wants to fight over $10 or $15? Who wants to be on hold, waiting on hold, going to this customer service person in India, going to that customer service person in the Philippines? Who wants to go through all that? So they just wear you down through attrition. They just wear you down, and you just forget it. I'll take the $5 coupon or whatever they give you, whatever type of compensation they give you. All right, let's continue. Sometimes these companies refuse to provide any compensation at all. Sometimes when a supervisor is requested, all supervisors are said to be busy and promise the follow-up call. Email never arrives. Until recently, I was unsure if my negative experiences with these apps were an aberration or from the norm. But speaking to friends and researching online, I found that the opposite is true. DoorDash, Grubhub, and Uber Eats regularly refuse to provide customers with due compensation when they fail to deliver what was promised. Often the excuse offered for failing to provide compensation is that the user has been unlucky enough to have had other orders issued that led to compensation. Put simply, these companies will compensate some failings, just not all failings. If you keep having order issues, well, you're out of luck. I'm sure many readers will already be nodding in agreement here. But a cursory social media search points to significant related issues with DoorDash, Grubhub, and Uber Eats. The issue for the Federal Trade Commission is whether what these companies are doing comports with basic contract law and expectations of fair trading. True, these companies blame restaurants as being responsible for providing the goods as advertised. But these companies act both as agents and business partners for these restaurants. If food is delayed and thus cold, it's often because the app drivers haven't been able to deliver that food at speed. For example. But these companies also charge restaurants high commission fees, receive customers' money, and establish terms of delivery resolution. They don't simply facilitate a restaurant user transaction. These companies are direct business partners to a very different transaction than would be the case were a takeout delivery order only to involve the customer and the restaurant. See? So then you got this middleman. Uber Eats, DoorDash, Grubhub, now they've involved, and they're taking a lion's share of the transaction, of the price from the transaction. So they don't want to be held accountable for anything. It's either the restaurant fault or it's the driver's fault. So they want to deduct a fee from the restaurant or instill the driver's tip. See? So that's how they're able to make $30 million per day, because they're stealing from the driver and they're stealing from the restaurant. It's a RICO. It is a RICO. It's just organized crime, guys. That distinction matters because basic contract law requires that a promise to exchange funds for a specific good or service requires the provision of both the funds and the specific good or service as promised. Good service quality is implied. All right, so let's see. Let me see that then. Ask for comment. Grubhub told. Okay, so let's see. Ask for comment. Grubhub told the Washington Examiner that the vast majority of orders are completed without incident or complaint. But when things don't go as planned, we work hard to make things right with both the customer and our partners. That's what they claim. Uber Eats did not respond to repeated requests for comment. Of course not. DoorDash stated that we want every experience to be exceptional. I mean, they want that, but when it's not, what do? And that means if you don't get the item you order, we'll refund you. We work hard to make things right for our customers. It's also important to note that we have safeguards in place to detect and prevent fraud, including from customers misusing our refund policy. Hold on, guys. See, so that's what this is about. They want to make sure that customers are not misusing the refund policy, which I'm sure some customers do. But that's the price of business. When you offer something too easy, too cheap to cheap customers, that's the price of doing business, guys. I mean, come on. If you're saying, if the driver dropped the order off and send Uber Eats a picture, or DoorDash a picture, and they know that GPS put that driver at their location, and then you ask the customer, did they receive the order? That's the dumbest question. You see that they delivered the order. So it makes no sense to give a customer an option to take their tip back and say they didn't receive their order. Don't even give them that option if the GPS shows the drop off. It's crazy. All right, guys, let's continue. We work hard to make things right for our customers. It's also important to hold on. Misuse our, hold on. Okay. We will take action if frequent misuse of our credit and refund policy is detected. If a customer ever has questions or concerns regarding the refund policy, we encourage them to immediately contact support. Our support team evaluates each case individually and provides appropriate solutions. There's the support teams in either the Philippines or in Vietnam or in India. This sounds good, but the problem is that it just isn't true. Missing items are not always refunded. And when I raised the concern that the anti-fraud misuse excuse is used to defray legitimate complaints, DoorDash did not respond. Moreover, the idea that the support team provides appropriate solutions in all scenarios will surely cause laughs from anyone who has dealt with these issues. Very true. DoorDash agents regularly end chats without user agreement or any resolution. See, guys, it's all smoke and mirrors. You've been played. You are being played. I suggest everybody to stop using DoorDash. Stop using Uber Eats. The restaurants and the customers. You're both being played. And as this thing go along, it's only gonna get worse. I don't know what make you think it's gonna get better. It's gonna get worse. All right, guys, let's continue. But it's unfair to single out DoorDash here. All these firms are doing much of the same thing. That's true. I told you. I just said that. All of them doing the same thing. They're skimming from both sides. Skimming means they're taking a little of too much of the lion's share of the profits from both sides. They're taking a little bit too much. And then they're lying and manipulating the algorithm. It's just a big algorithmic conspiracy. That's all it is, guys. It says the Federal Trade Commission did not respond to a request for comment, but it should take a close look at these companies' business practices. Okay, guys, that's it for that video, guys. I just wanted to read that to show you guys that if you work for Uber Eats or DoorDash or Grubhub, these companies are organized crime. They're scheming and scamming from everybody. They're lying, they're stealing, they're doing everything like it's so overt, but they got people so in their claws of convenience and greed that people don't see it for what it is. You just being robbed, you being cheated, you being swindled. So that's my suggestion, guys. That's it for this video, guys. Keep your life clean. Keep your mind clean. Keep your car clean. Keep your diet clean. Keep your home clean, guys. Download and deploy your antivirus software, debug and unplug for the matrix. Drink plenty of spring water to flush out the toxins, the chemicals, and the poisons that's in the food supply. Guys, you are being poisoned. You're being micro-poisoned every day. And since you're operating in your unconscious state, you're also poisoning your children and your pets. Guys, until next time, Countryman 777, I'm signing off. Now go and conquer yourself. Peace.